I would like to welcome everybody to my brand new YouTube channel. It is my first time actually doing YouTube videos, and it's probably going to come with a really steep learning curve for me. I was previously making videos on TikTok about homeschooling, and I was seeing enough of a response, all things considered, where I thought it would be best to shift this to YouTube. While I will still be making content on TikTok about homeschooling to continue to reach everybody, I think that being on YouTube would be best because there's so much to be said that I feel is easier to do on this platform than on TikTok. And I feel like I'll actually get the kind of reach that I really want to with this than I would on that app. And who knows, maybe that will change. But I feel like right now, this is going to be the best place to do the bulk of my content. I do have to get used to having my phone in this format, which, it's easier to do something like this and talk on the phone than it is to actually have a setup and everything like that. And again, we're going to be learning quite a bit as I go. But I want to go ahead and get started and say that this is going to be as much of an instruction as I can that will eventually turn into a course about how to shift from your children being in traditional school, whether it's a private school, Catholic school, regular public school, to homeschooling. There is a whole lot of work that goes into making it go as smoothly as possible. Maybe not as much as some people think. A lot of people get hung up on curriculum and supplies, but really it's more about morphing things to how things work with your child and also how it'll work with your lifestyle. So, for context, I've been homeschooling for about a year, and our decision to homeschool started with personal illness issues. And it made sense at the time. We were already on the fence about it because of the way things were going with my work and then with my husband's lifestyle at home. And it just made more sense with everything we were seeing to shift to a homeschool because what we were seeing at school was not meeting our approval for what our kids' needs are. And we saw a lot of discomfort in their experience that we could not get a hold of. We were doing everything we could in our power and talking to all the right people, but nothing was getting done. And after a certain point, we figured, well, if it's going to be like that, we would rather stumble our way to success with homeschooling than continue a traditional form of education that just was not working and doesn't seem like it's working for a lot of people anymore these days. So we've made the shift. It's been a year. There has been a lot of bumps and lumps along the way. We are getting better at it as we go. We are learning more about what our children's individual needs are. We are learning about different ways to accommodate that at home. And it really kind of helps that we're not staying so focused on the replicating of what actual school that everyone is used to what our homeschool experience is, but so much as taking the things that they want out of education and that they are seeking that they aren't already getting or weren't already getting at that time and applying it to homeschool. So as we grow, as they grow, so grows their experience. So it's quite possible that you might be in a similar situation. You're probably on the fence about it. You're probably very unhappy with what you're seeing in the schools. If you're here in Texas, you're probably especially frustrated in the same ways that I was. So what I'm going to be doing on this channel is assisting people with getting started, getting over the mental blocks and the mindset challenges to help people get more into that mindset of homeschooling and doing so creatively in a custom way with each child that you have, and be at a place where they're happy with what their children are experiencing education wise. And it really doesn't matter what your background is. You could be very faith based, you could be very nature based, you could be eclectic and want a little bit of everything, there is a homeschool style for everyone. And not all of it is easily found on the internet in a book. You might end up just creating your own, and that's okay too. So, I do hope that you will come along with me on this journey and allow me to be part of your introduction to homeschooling. And it's going to be an interesting experience. Again, we're going to grow together. I am only in my second year of doing it. I'm still learning as I go, and I would like to share with you as I learn things so that as you start your journey, that you will feel confident in what you're doing and hopefully get to see a side of your children that you never thought was possible before. Because let's face it, school doesn't exactly allow you to spread your wings and really grow into who you actually are as a whole. So I'll try to make sure to be consistent with my posting here. It's a bit sporadic on TikTok and personal stuff gets sprinkled in here and there. But here I want to remain solely focused on homeschool and help you as much as I can. Thank you. I hope to see you soon.